Chris, do you remember watching Brady Bunch? And they used to go, pork chops and applesauce. Okay, this is Rastelli's 6 ounces of either your choice of Steakhouse seasoning or yum, oh my goodness, the flavor of maple marinated pork chops. Or the third option is to get a combo, so half of each, either the Steakhouse and the maple marinated pork chops. So you're getting 10 of them, auto delivery every 60 days for a year, and they are tender, they are flavorful, they are premium Steakhouse pork chops from the Pennsylvania farms, and you're getting 10 of them. All right, Chris, come on in. I want to hear about the different flavors. Tell me the difference between Steakhouse and, oh, maple marinated. And then the third option is the combo.
Yeah. Well, you have to get the combo on this. I mean, this is something that they're just so both delicious. So the maple is what I have right here, and it's just that maple brown sugar, molasses, parsley. It has that little bit of sweetness to it that just complements the pork incredibly. I mean, people always put something like sweet mashed potatoes or yams or something like that with the pork. So what we did, we actually just rubbed it with that maple flavor, that brown sugar, a little touch of molasses, and it just accents this pork just so beautifully. And then on the other one, which is the Steakhouse. Now the Steakhouse is, again, it's that traditional seasoning that we always have, right? But we add that little bit of paprika in there. So it gives it that delicious, bold flavor that really, it just highlights the pork as well. So it's two different profiles that are both absolutely incredible. So I definitely recommend, if you get the combo, you won't be disappointed. I actually, personally, I love the Steakhouse. I love what it does. It brings out that flavor in the pork, and my wife loves the maple. She does that little touch of sweetness that actually highlights the pork. So they both do something special that both works for either one. And again, if you look at this too, it's beautiful. This is coming from it's coming from the Pennsylvania Amish Dutch country. It's coming in fresh to us. So not like with steak, we age the steak. With pork, we do not age it. Okay. Pork comes in fresh. It comes in fresh every single day. Wow. We cut it, we trim it, and then we actually make the beautiful steaks. We massage them with the marinade. Then we vacuum seal them in the vacuum seal that lasts for 12 months, and I'll show you that in a second. Okay. But why it's so important to be using local farmers for this is because we wanted to get to our building as soon as possible. We don't want this traveling across the country, right? We want the freshest pork. So this is literally, it gets to our butcher shop, we cut it, marinate it, and it's frozen for the first time within hours of us getting it. So it makes it absolutely so special. And that's really, really important. So let me show you real quick on here's what we're getting. So this is your Steakhouse. Okay. Which is going to be that little bit of that paprika, the parsley, the salt, pepper, and all those nice bold flavors that we do in some of our other rubs. And then we have the maple, right, brown sugar, molasses. And this one is just, again, it has the parsley, but it has that sweet flavor to it. These are going to last, again, for 12 months in your freezer. They're vacuum sealed, and it's very important to us because we want to make sure we keep all that bacteria out and we keep that freshness in. And it's one of the most important things. We talk about sourcing, we talk about quality, how our butchers handle it, but the safety of the product is number one for us. And that's why we do this process for each one that's individually done. Okay, let's look at the cut of the meat, because are there any bones, Chris? No, this is totally boneless. So if you look at this, this is what a pork loin looks like. So we use a pork loin, and this is a whole pork loin. But what we do is we trim it, we take all the fat off it, and then we cut from the center. So you get all center cut pork. So when you look at this, right, and after it's packaged, you can see, I'm going to show you the edges, okay? There is absolutely no fat on these. They're just beautiful, beautiful. Eat end to end, no fat, no gristle, no trim. You're going to be able to do this whole thing. And again, it's a big pork chop because my hand's big. You talked about big hands, but look at this. Look at this in my hand. It's that's a big guy's hands. It is big, and this is again, it's center cut, right? It's not from the end, it's not from the head where you have that separation and that fat layer in there.
Right.
We take this right from the centers, so they're absolutely beautiful. So pork is like, it's coming to, people they're nervous about pork, and I'll tell you why. Because back in the day when you had pork, pork was tough. I mean, grandma's pork was
You're
always
right.
tough. Whenever someone said, "Oh, we're having pork chops," we
You're
were
like,
like, "Oh no,"
ah.
like pork. Right, but pork is different today, right? Especially when you're sourcing the best pork, right, from the best farms, right, that are right here in Pennsylvania Dutch. What you get is you get this beautiful
Look at all
fork
that
tender
meat,
pork, right?
end to
A-
end.
And it's not, and I'm going to show you, but look at this. You can't do this with a pork chop, right? There's
You're
no
right.
way,
I would need
right? You're
a
going to cut
very
that,
sharp knife,
you're going to cut, look, right through that,
so it's
right?
tender.
And that's what you get with a really good pork. And using the farmers that we have, that's what you're having. So this pork is going to be flavorful. It's going to be juicy. It's going to be buttery. And then with those marinades, it's going to just take it to the next
Is
level.
that the one
And these
Steakhouse?
are just great on, and if you look at here, this is a great picture of Ray juicing these right now. So when do you ever see pork that's juicy, that you see that juice is coming out? Now that's the marbling, because the quality of the pork that we're using is the best, right? From local farms, and what you get is you get a beautiful, juicy pork.
Hey, Chris, will you tell me one more time the difference between the Steakhouse? Because there's three choices. So you're getting 10 of them. So you can get all Steakhouse.
Okay.
You could get all maple brown sugar, yummy. Or you can get the combo, which is 5 of each, right?
Yes. So the steakhouse is going to be that salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder blend with a little splash of paprika and parsley. And then the maple brown sugar, it has that maple, it has the brown sugar, it has a touch of molasses, but it still has a little bit of salt, pepper, onion powder. So it has a little bit more of a sweeter profile. And again, when I have dinner at home, this is exactly how my dinner is served. My wife is getting this plate here because she absolutely loves the maple. It is literally one of her favorites. We do this all summer long because it's absolutely fantastic on the grill. And it's nice to kind of mix it up. I get this here. I just put it right on my plate as whole. And then again, I love cooking a little bit extra because the next day we
That's a
always
lot of
make a
meat
nice
and
salad and we
protein.
want a little bit of protein on it.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. We just
How about if
slice
you're
this up,
bored
and then
with
the next day.
steak and you're bored with seafood and you're like, you know what? I haven't had pork in a while. Why not try something like this? And the combo is very popular because they probably want to try like the different flavors. I love that it's already seasoned for you too, right? Chris, so you get either
It's
like the
done.
steakhouse or the maple marinated brown sugar, which sounds so yummy to me. Get the combo.
It is I mean, I love the combo. When we get this, we get the combo because
And vote
again,
for which one you
I
love.
love the steakhouse
Yeah.
and I love the maple, but it's just so versatile. You can do it on salads. You can do this on sandwiches. I mean, I have a beautiful sandwich up here, and you can do a nice pork cutlet sandwich. Now it's healthy time, right? You don't have to have breaded to
It's a
do a
little more
pork cutlet
leaner.
sandwich,
Yep.
right? You Yeah, you can do it actually unbreaded. So, and you have a beautiful pork sandwich with spinach and roasted pepper. So there's just so many different things you can do with this. And I just urge everyone to try it. The combo, I definitely would say it would be the way to go because you get that nice zesty in the steakhouse and you get that nice sweet savory in the maple. And it's just, I just keep on thinking about, during the summer, I eat mashed potatoes. I eat
Yes.
sweet potatoes all year long, but this with
With
sweet
mashed
potatoes
potatoes. Oh,
is
you sweet
just
potatoes?
so
I
delicious.
was thinking of a
Yeah,
mashed potato dinner, just like with that pork chop on the side and a little bit of applesauce. But you know what? If you don't even have time to make
oh,
applesauce, you get the maple brown sugar that's got that little glaze of that sweetness. That combination of pork chops could be my favorite, but the combination is the most popular right now. And what a great way to try these different seasonings, right? And flavors, Chris. Look at all that meat.
it really is. I look at that. I mean, you can see, and that is the maple. And look at that white, look at the meat from end to end.
No
You see no
bones.
fat, you see no gristle, you don't see bone, you see
It's all
nothing
meat.
except just beautiful pork. And again, pork is something that you now cook to. I just want to give you another chef tip.
Yes, please.
When you cook your pork, cook it to 145.
Okay.
Okay. In the day, people would cook it to 160, 170, 180. It doesn't need to be done that way today. 145, and then you take it out of the oven, out of the saute pan, or off your grill. Let it sit for about 5 minutes before you serve it. And you're going to have the most juicy, tender, flavorful pork that
Chris,
you've ever had. And you're going to be wondering why that you haven't gone back to pork sooner.
let me tell you why. Chris, can you hold up that package for me of your pork chop, please? When you go to a market, can I tell you how many times I've gone to the, the pork area, and I have seen gray pork. It is so scary out there. What is happening in the meat counters at the grocery stores? Chris, we are talking about Rastelli's, the #1 food brand that supplies the best steakhouses in the world, right?
Yes, and that's why it's so important to get it fresh. It comes fresh to us every single day. You're getting the very best.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yum, Brittany. I wish I was there with you guys.
Brittany loves the maple too.
Thank you so much. I love Rastelli's, and that's why it's the #1 food brand in QVC. All right, Julia Carolee is going to join us for some jewelry. Julia, what kind of jewelry do you have? Diamondique, a full hour. Stay tuned.